Hi guys, I'm back on my YouTube channel. Wanted to show you guys some things that I've been making that I said I would show you, just haven't got around to doing it, or I did and didn't like how it turned out. But this time I promise I'm going to keep this video and actually publish it. So let's get into it right away so it doesn't take too long. I'm going to show you how to make the rose bouquet cake pop that I made over the weekend for Valentine's Day, since Valentine's Day is coming up. And if you have not seen it, this is what it looks like. It is a bouquet with several chocolate roses that I made using a mold. So here's what you're going to need. Obviously some cake dough. I use my little cake pop snowman mold to make the body of the bouquet, and I turn it upside down. Toothpicks for backup, you never know. I made several, and probably like 3 dozen mini roses using the rose mold from Lolly Cakes by Ella. So this time though, I used fondant, and I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. It's probably faster to use fondant. I prefer to do chocolate, but if you're kind of in a hurry and you have a lot to do, fondant might be the best thing for you because it's just quicker. You just put it in and pop it out, or press it in and pop it out. So you're just going to take a little bit of fondant like this and roll it, and you're going to just press it into each cavity. If you do use the chocolate and you put it in the freezer, it literally takes a minute. But what you need to do is you do need to use a baggie to fill it, because you're not going to get anywhere if you try to pour it. Obviously, hopefully you guys know, use a baggie or some kind of bottle to pour into the mold. So you just, seriously, it's the easiest way to do this is to use the fondant, because like I said, it goes in and it pops right out. But not everybody's a fan of fondant. I mean, I'm not either, but it gets the job done. And this one doesn't taste horrible. This one's good. I only make fondant if I cover a cake, but for little details like this, I buy Fonderific fondant. I get an AC Moore. So you put them in the little mold, and then you just pop them out. And all your roses are perfect. There you go. Just like that, a little rose. So I already did all the roses I'm going to need for this cake pop, so that you guys don't have to wait for me to do all that. So I just wanted to show you real quick. And I'll show you at the end how to fill it. And just in case you might not, maybe you're new, you don't know how to fill a mold. You're also going to need a bow. You can hand pipe a bow if you want to. I use this mold. I made this little bow for the front of the bouquet, filling it with a baggie. You're going to need green. I'm using dark green today. I like the dark green better. You're going to need a baggie to fill to do the rest of the detailing with your green for the stem and the leaves. And you're going to need a stick. I'm using Bakerella's straws that I got from Cake Pop Con to make this one today. So quick, let's go. We're going to make the cake pop. Just knead your dough a little bit. You might have already, just freshly crumbled and mixed. That's great. Mine was in the refrigerator, so you want to get it a little, the doughy consistency back. So you can take literally a glob like this and put it in your mold, close it up, squeeze it. My cake pop dough always pops right out. I never have a problem. I mean, it doesn't pop out. It just kind of comes out. See? Just like that. So, like I said, we're going to do it upside down. You can do so many things with this mold and a cake pop upside down. I have lots of ideas. Hopefully we'll continue with my videos and you'll see. So for the bottom, let's squeeze it a little bit. Let's make it a little square. Make it a little longer. Do you see how I'm squeezing it and it's getting a little longer? But make sure you keep it intact. So you're going to want to kind of push it down so that it doesn't come away from your top part, which is the bouquet. So the stems are long and squarish, and you still have the top that's a circle for the bundle of roses. Okay? So There it goes. It's standing straight up. Oh no, I hope my chocolate's all right. I'm gonna need a paper towel. It hasn't been sitting too long. I just don't want it to be, you don't want this to be too thick because it could drag your cake pop down or make it fall off the stick. So dip your stick, put it straight in. You want to kind of twist when you're doing these so that it goes in all the way. I like to make it go in all the way so that it's secure, okay? Securely on, reshaping. What you're going to do is you want the seal to dry. So kind of just give it a little spin around with your finger like that. Getting it all over, okay? Have it sit for a few seconds, a minute, whatever you're doing. While you're doing that, you could be making more, you know what, I'm gonna make another one because I want to do red roses later on, and with that I'm gonna use red chocolate for that. So I will pop this in, make this real quick, and then while we're waiting for that, we're just gonna make the white rose because that's what I have melted here. Again, you pop it out, ready to go, shape it up, shape up the bottom or whatever you need. So I have some melted white here. I'm going to show you. Very easy to fill this with chocolate. The thing is, it takes about a minute, like I said, but you'll just be in and out of the freezer. That's why sometimes it does take a little longer, but if you want chocolate, that's what you do. Fill each one just by squeezing it in. Fill each one, and then you want to give it a nice tap so that it goes into each of the crevices of the rose. Okay? Then you just put this in the freezer. I'm just going to put this over here. But it will dry. If you don't put it in the freezer, obviously it's going to dry, but it will take a very long time. So you don't do it that way. You put it in the freezer, you pop it right out. Okay, so now our seal is probably dry enough. What I'm going to do is dip it, tap it off, and then as many as I can, I'm going to put all of the roses that I've made right here. I'm going to try to put as many as I can on without it drying. If it dries, no big deal. We're going to fill up that baggie with the green chocolate and then continue with that. Okay, so here we go. Make sure you have a deep enough bowl or mug, whatever you're using, and you want to tap off all the extra. I mean, hopefully you guys are good with feeling like, okay, is this going to fling off the stick? You need to just be gentle. I mean, sometimes you need to give it a really good slap, but you have to hold your stick very steady with your hand here while you're tapping. Sometimes I'm like this, just to get, you know, that thickness off, but you have to be careful. I mean, once you've done it for a while, you kind of know. So see this little tail sticking there? I just take my toothpick and I go like this. Toothpicks are a necessity. And you know what, too? I'm not worried about any of the air bubbles I'm seeing because you're going to cover this with roses. Then you're going to draw on the stems. You don't have to worry about that. So let's clean up the stick. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get on as many roses as I can. Once it's dry, I'm going to fill up my bag and I'm going to just drizzle them on. So for the roses, when you do fondant, you want them to kind of be firm by the time you put them on. You don't want them to be squishy because when you pick them up, you're going to kind of squish them. See, already, it's kind of cold in my house. Already the chocolate's setting. So I'm getting some of them on. You just kind of go around in a pattern. Yep, it's pretty much dry. That was quick. So you're going to kind of go around in a pattern and just completely fill the top of the bouquet with pink roses or red or white or whatever color you want to do. This is for Valentine's Day. So to fill your baggie, open it up. Pour as much as you need, because once you're done with it, you can just cut the hole bigger and squeeze it back into your bowl or mug. Alright, so give it a little pinch so it's not pouring out when you cut it. Don't cut it too big, because the smaller the better. You never know. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of go around, and it's probably better to do it this way. It just kind of takes a little longer. When I did it the other night, I got a lot on before the top dried. So, but this is probably like the safest way to do it, because then you're not rushing and making a mess. You're just going to go around and put them on all over. This is not a hard cake pop. This is pretty easy. It's just, it takes a little time, that's all. And it looks so pretty when you're done. So sometimes, you know, it's worth it. It's worth taking the time. This isn't something that you would probably make 5 dozen of, but it's something that stands out in like a group or a dozen that you're going to do for someone. Maybe you do a bouquet and then you do a bunch of hearts. And this is like the centerpiece of the bouquet. So depending on what you're doing, who you're doing it for, charge accordingly if you're trying to sell for Valentine's Day, because these do take time, but they're worth it. They're adorable. And on Bakerella's website, she does them without making all these roses, so that's something you can look up when you're done. See, you know, what you would prefer, what takes the least time. But the thing is, what I love is the shape. The shape is so easy. You shaped it in seconds, and you're going to have the same exact shape, same exact bouquet every single time when you use that My Little Cake Pop mold. I know I made, what did I make? Oh, I made 32. For some reason, I don't know. I hope I don't run out back here. So look, I'm just drizzling on. I'm just sticking on as I go. Looks like I'm about to run out. If I run out, I run out. This isn't for anybody really, So, like I said, I made 32. That should get you through the top bouquet. Now, if you don't want a completely covered bouquet, you don't have to. You can make, you can make leaves, you know, your leaves bigger in there and cover up that space like that. I do have enough. I think I felt the same way the last time I made it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough. That was not happy there. Got to kind of be careful. If you take your time, not like me just shoving them all on right now. All right, where's the front of my cake pop bouquet? This is the front. So yeah, I'm gonna need one more up front and one more in the back. So this is just about done. I have 2 more roses to stick on. So stinking cute. Come on, guys. Isn't this adorable? I think it's worth making the roses. I mean, you know, when you first start out, things take a long time. But once you get going and you just keep making stuff, you know, you're gonna be all right. Okay, so really, really cute. Now, for the stems, let's take our green again. We're just gonna draw straight lines. That's not very straight. I think my chocolate is starting to just dry. Okay, so take your bag, straight line down. Straight, 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 straight line. So it looks like a bunch of stems holding up about 32 roses. My green chocolate's deciding to dry in the bag. That's okay. We're getting the idea here. Do you see them? Okay. If you want to, you can go over in between. Continue to make as many stems as you would like. Now, where's the front of my bouquet? this is going to be the front of my bouquet. So I'm just going to take a little bit of more chocolate here and just put a little blob of it there so I can stick my bow on. Put the bow on, hold it in place till it dries. There you go. I'm going to take my white now and I'm going to go around when I'm done my leaves here, because we want to get these leaves in before this dries too. So you're pretty much just squeezing green chocolate in between all these spaces that are open. I mean, we get it. It's a leaf. You don't need all the detail. It's a leaf. Okay, so you're just going to go around, squeezing in all the blank spaces, covering up. There. I'm just going to do the front for you guys. And I will finish it when I turn off the camera. Get it? Really, really cute. Okay, really quick. Let me get my white, if it's still... Oh my gosh. Everything's drying out. It's kind of cold in here. It was snowing earlier. What I'm going to do is just cut this. And these are the kind of things that would happen to me before. I would make videos like I said I was. I mean, I don't know how many times. I'm going to make a video. I'm making a video. I'm making a video today. And then I would make it and I'd say, oh my gosh, no, I am not putting that up. But I decided, you know what, this is how it happens for me. I can't fix it. So I'm just going to have to, you know, go with it. This is how it's done. So if my chocolate dries out during my video, that's what happens. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. This is really dry. Don't do this. Make sure you have smooth white chocolate. You got it though? I'm just going to have to take all this off and warm up my chocolate again. But anyway, here you go. Very easy, very cute. Use your My Little Cake Pop mold. Stay tuned on my Instagram and Facebook, because we're going to have a giveaway coming up for including My Little Cake Pop molds. So you'll have them in time for Valentine's Day. And if you don't have them, go ahead to mylittlecakepop.com and buy them there for yourself. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.